Audi A6 2011 to 20H. Hello everyone! Audi is a high-tech car, the perfection of which is manifested not only in engines, chassis and transmission. For example, all body elements except of the rear fenders are made of aluminum alloys. This made it possible not only to reduce weight but also to endure the body with high corrosion resistance. But the A6 paintwork cannot boast of durability. Chips on the front of the car appear already in the second year of life. Yes, and chrome decor quickly loses its original luster. Already by 15,000 to 25,000 kilometers, headlights and taillights wear. Moreover, there is no certainty that a headlight unit replaced under warranty will not begin to collect moisture again. Many people complain about the fuel tank hatch freezing in winter, and as the stink water under pressure can penetrate into the trunk, which forces the owners to close or push things that are afraid of moisture into the cabin in a timely manner. Although during rain moisture doesn't get inside the car, remember to periodically clean the drain holes under the hood or trunk lid. The car is full of electronics which periodically fails. The lift assist system and the MMA unit can fail, their apps error pops up with inviolable constant Bluetooth fails. All this extreme electricity of the 6 mechanics know, and the method of treatment are known. The most massive of the engine, the 2-liter turbo 4, can hardly be called reliable, and it is with oil with pleasure, from replacement to replacement 15,000 kilometers, stopping up 1 to 1.5 liters is considered normal. During the restyling, the engine was modernized, the power was increased from 180 to 249 forces, but it was not possible to significantly moderate the oil appetite. It was not possible to get rid of the premature stretching of the timing chain. Although in reality the chain began to go up to 115,000 km, early during this run it was changed at least twice. In addition, engine mounts wear out ahead of time, oxygen sensors and ignition coils as well as the AGR valve are short-lived. But the 2.8 liter 6 has practically no conventional diseases. True, the motor doesn't please with its characteristics. It is considered the most boring, and even a post-tire increase in power to 220 forces did not save the situation. Therefore, the A6 with this engine is not a great demand. Although we repeat, this is a good option in terms of reliability, and it is also designed for 90-second gasoline. A 300 horsepower V6 with a compressor is a completely different matter. This motor impresses with dry torque and lightning's fast response to the accelerator pedal. However, all these advantages come at the cost of a modest fuel consumption. Riding with a heavy foot in the city can require up to 20 100 km of 98 gasoline. Needless to say, the engine stuffed with all modern technologies is very demanding on the quality of fuel and oil, the consumption of which can reach a liter per 10,000 km. In addition, in our conditions, spark plugs and ignition coils periodically fail. As a preventive measure, the AGR valve and throttle body should also be cleaned. Otherwise, you will have to spend a lot of money on replacing these by no means cheap parts. And here two diesels of claims a minimum. The 2-liter doesn't like short and frequent runs, which negatively affect the longevity of the AGR valve. And for a 3-liter diesel engine by 200,000 km, the throttle actuator mechanism goes. The AGR valve fails and the timing chain stretch, and both prefer quality fuel. Body solar oil will quickly finish off the high-pressure fuel pump and injectors. Therefore, recommendations for refueling and network gas station are not an empty phrase at all. The life expectancy of the power supply system directly depends on the purity of diesel fuel. For example, some carrying owners of the A6 drove over 600,000 km without a major overhaul. Our time injection nozzle may leak. By the mileage of 150,000 to 180,000 km, the intake manifold throttle valves begin to wedge. The A6 has 4 types of gearboxes: a 6-speed manual, a CVT, a 7-band Stronic with an oil blast dual clutch, and an 8-speed hydromechanical automatic. On 4-cylinder and 2.8-liter V6 mechanics overradiator were installed. All-wheel drive modification with petrol and diesel V6s with a power of up to 300 horsepower since 2013 to 310 horsepower were equipped with a robot. After restyling in 2014, all A6s received a Stronic, and only the most powerful diesel engines from 313 forces had a classic automatic. It, like mechanical boxes, is practically hassle-free. But they are extremely rare on used A6s. What cannot be said about the Multitronic CVT and the Nashira's Stronic robot to 150,000 km begins to act up. As a rule, the mechatronics unit falls. Well, at least for this box they give a guarantee of up to 5 years and repair it free of charge under the Collins program. And at the end of the warranty they provide significant discounts on labor and spare parts. To extend the life of the unit, salesmen recommend changing the oil every 16,000 km. The same recommendation of the variety regular fluid change significantly extends the life of the Multitronic. In addition, a smooth, measured driving style contributes to durability. Even a fairly used A6 will give its owner an indescribable driving pleasure thanks to the perfect chassis design. On average, the mileage of the chassis is hundreds of thousands of kilometers. Unless wheel bearings sometimes have to be changed in 17,000 to 18,000 kilometers. Together with them, the lower arms of the front suspension as well as the stabilizer struts may be asked to rest, but the rest of the elements live a longer time. Shock absorbers for calm drives often withstand up to 150,000 kilometers. Approximately the same amount of ball bearings can last, of which there are 2 pieces per main arm. But the air suspension of the most powerful custom version is quite expensive to maintain. Already after 120,000 kilometers, it will be time to change the pneumatic elements and body position sensors. If the compressor starts to make extraneous sounds, work with the foot and interruptions. Yes, a used A6 is by no means without problems. However, for such a complex and technically advanced car, there are not so many characteristic sources. When choosing a car, we recommend staying on a diesel engine, ideally if it is in conjunction with the MCP. This version can be found in Europe. If you have or had such a model, share information about what and how it breaks in the comments.